What's good, guys? So we're here in Borispol airport, just about to board the flight to a very special place. I'm gonna show you in a second. But right now we're having our lunch here, just before the flight, because we haven't really eaten anything all day. And fortunately we have a pretty quick flight. I think it's around 2.5 hours to a new country that neither of us has been before. So this is going to be a very interesting flight. Stay tuned. Alright, after this long flight of more than 2.5 hours, we finally landed in Armenia, in Yerevan. And so we are going to be here for a little bit. We're going to be exploring. Now we just need to grab a taxi back to the hotel, or not back to the hotel, to the hotel, because we're going there for the first time. And then we're just gonna explore, see what we got. It's 10:30 right now, or like 11 o'clock at night. See what we can find. But we have a lot of time. We're gonna be renting a car. We're gonna be exploring this country. The weather is nice. It's beginning of May. It should be pretty warm here, not too hot. It's gonna be a fun adventure. So definitely join us on this amazing up-and-coming adventure. All right, we finally found the hotel, so let me give you a quick room tour here. Okay, so this is the room. This is the bathroom right here. It's all very modern. This is a relatively new hotel. It was opened just like 2 years ago, I believe. So here we have a bathroom, very modern. And right here we have the room. It's not a huge room, but it's a nice sized bed. It's very clean, very modern. It should be very quiet, and that's we have some closet spaces, things like that. Here we have a TV. We have a nice kind of a drawer here. Big screen TV. Hisense, never heard of it before. Hope it's good. And that's pretty much it. The good thing about this hotel is that we're right in the heart of Yerevan. And so that's where all the action is, right in the center. Restaurants, clubs, eateries, things like that. It's all over the place. In fact, we're gonna go out and we're gonna explore, see if there's anything open right now. It's midnight right now, and hopefully there's gonna be something open at the moment. Alright, so we just found this place here, and we're getting some shawarmas. It's called the Lebanese shawarma. And right now, I got some hummus here, which I haven't had in a while, and I got this thing. Looks like an ayran, a Turkish drink, but it's a local drink, so I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to get my shawarma. And we also got the tomato juice right here, and it's incredible. It's actually like almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and this place is opening, it's popping. Completely different experience than Kiev. Very impressed so far. I can't wait to see it. We can't wait to see what this place looks like during the day. This is day one in Yerevan, Armenia. And it's actually not the greatest weather right now. It's actually kind of rainy, which is strange because it's going to be sunny the rest of the week. But we're only spending a couple of days here in Yerevan. And my first impression of the city is overwhelmingly positive. It's like, although I'm in Mexico City somewhere, Latin America, Colombia, completely different than Ukraine, completely different feel. It's much warmer, and today is actually a fairly cold day. And so far we're really liking it. It's a nice change from everything. So we're gonna grab some coffee, do some discovering, maybe pick up a car today, check out maybe one of the malls, walk around for a little bit. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Look at this cool coffee shop here, just across the street. They got these swings where you can just chill. They got a second level there. They got an outside area. Absolutely beautiful. You're not gonna find something like this in Kiev. Look at how gorgeous it is. So we got the menu here, and looks like this place has everything. We were just gonna come here for some tea or coffee, just to relax, soak in the ambience, but they have a lot of interesting things. So I want to point out that roughly 500 of the local currency, the dram, is around $1. So this is around $1. This is more than $1. This is around two something dollars. So you have to do the conversions. And then, so the other thing about it is that they have it in Armenian language, and they have it in Russian, and they have it in English. And so you have it in 3 languages here. we got the tea. Check out this nice little tea, whatever it's called. We call it a chainik in Russian. So I'm just gonna teach you Russian words from now on, because it's hard to switch back and forth. This little teapot, that's what it's called. We got this little teapot, we got some tea, we got some coffee here, some nice Armenian coffee, which is supposed to be really, really good. And we also got some Armenian waffles coming up. And we got our waffles here, some really interesting waffles. There's the bread layer, and then there's a couple of more interesting layers. I can't wait to try it out. It's gonna be pretty interesting. So this is actually a layer of, you have some dough here, and then you actually have banana, and then you have a layer of peanut butter, which is actually very, very cool. And I personally like peanut butter a lot. I eat it all the time, and so this is a nice change, a nice little meal. Very, very creative, and I'm enjoying it so far. And this is what the check looks like, and this is Armenian, obviously. And you know, this is one of those times where I very frustrated, because I like to understand foreign languages and I cannot make any sense of this. I know this is service 10%, but this is how much the bill is. And so I was looking at this check trying to understand it, and the waiter noticed me, and he came by and he brought me the Russian check so that I can look at it, even though I was in full agreement with everything. But he was so courteous that he actually went ahead and brought me the Russian check. So as you can see, it says Americano без кофеина, chai, вафли жареным бананом, and the full the total is 2,900, and then you have 10% service charge, around 3,200. So around 500 dram is $1. So this is around $6 plus or minus, I would say. Here we are in a local supermarket, kind of a 7-Eleven, and we're looking at different products, and some of the products, they have it in Armenian and in Russian. And here's a product, it says in Russian, but if you look at it, it's actually made in Armenia. So it's very interesting that все правильно, да, окрошка, да. And so you have Armenian names, and you have Russian names. So it's very interesting that they have some of them have it in both languages, because anybody from outside of Armenia is not going to be able to understand this for sure. And look at this, you have all of these cool products here. You have another one, it says masla. Very cool, very, very cool stuff. And later on we're going to be visiting a bigger supermarket to see if they have any of the local products that we can take a look and hopefully check out what they have on the market. And this is one of the main streets, it looks like, here in the center. And as you can see, it's all green, lots of trees right on the sidewalk, lots of trees, lots of greenery. And like I said, my first experience when I was walking here is as though I'm somewhere in Latin America. And the first country that comes to mind is Mexico. Mexico City, I've lived there for a couple of years. It reminds me of a neighborhood called Condesa. So if you've been to that part of the world, you probably know what I'm talking about. But it's very kind of the southern feel to it, very kind of a little bit of an exotic feel, I would say even, which I like, which is not something that I feel when I travel around this region. I really have to go, you know, somewhere fairly new and fairly far. But so far I'm enjoying this a lot. Just these beautiful green streets. People are super friendly. So far the experience has been awesome. The other thing I want to bring your attention to is take a look at this building. Do you see the rock? Do you see what it's made from? And this is the same, all of these buildings, this kind of this you can call it a dark red rock, and this is very Armenian. We made a video on Slavutich, which is a city in Ukraine that was created by, you know, from people from all over different republics. And in one of the neighborhoods, this was the kind of architecture. They had these kind of rocks, as you can see, and what's nice about it is not only it looks really good, but it's also very reliable. It's also very stable. As you can see, you have these buildings that have been here for ages, and they all look like they were built yesterday. And this is very, very Armenian. This bedrock, this cement block. We call it a kirpich in Russian, and it's beautiful. It's really, really looks a lot better in person even. And right there in front of me, you see the street signs. And as you can see, you have the Armenian on one side, on the left-hand side, and then you have the English letters. So you have the street Aram, and then you have a street Aram in Armenian. And I dare you to be able to understand what it means. And same thing here in front of us. We have Seasons Restaurant on the right hand side, and then you have something else on the left hand side. Well, the Armenian equivalent. One thing I really want to point out, and I'm dying to point out, is that I really haven't noticed much of cars driving on the sidewalk, which is very common in Ukraine. Because if you take a look, you have cars, they're all on the road, right? And you don't have any barriers here, you don't have any parking blocks like you would have in Ukraine. And so if this was Ukraine, you would have cars here parked right here easily, if this was Ukraine. But here in Armenia, they have a little bit of culture, or a lot more culture it looks like, and so they're not doing that, which is very, very cool. And we just stumbled on a pretty cool park here actually. Take a look at this. You have these benches, you have something written in Armenian, right? Very, very green. You have a restaurant, a very nice restaurant, very modern looking, right in the center of Yerevan. Very beautiful. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I expected less. I'm impressed. I don't know it was this beautiful. I didn't even know what to expect. But to be completely frank with you, so far I'm enjoying it. And even some of the buildings in the distance, that building right there kind of reminds me of Barcelona a little bit. Very, very southern feel. And very clean, very orderly. People are super friendly. Everybody speaks Russian, which is another benefit if you speak Russian, or even a little bit know Russian. And so far it's pretty nice. And so this is the rock that I was talking about. Everything is made with this rock, and that's a Средняя специальная музыкальная школа. It's a music school имени Чайковского. And as you can see, it's in Russian and Armenian. And then on the bottom, just below, you have in English and Armenian. Very beautiful architecture. And right here, it looks like one of the main squares here. And I actually believe, if I'm not wrong, this is the main square here in Yerevan. And so you have this little island there in the center, and the cars are going around it. And then you have all of these buildings with that special stone, right, that you see all over the buildings here in Yerevan. And so this is this main square that I wanted to visit. We just kind of stumbled upon it just by walking around. There's a lot of police activity. Maybe they're gonna be having some protests later today. Maybe they're trying to prevent some protests. I'm not too sure about the political situation in this country, but I didn't expect to see so much police here at all. But from what I gather, this is where a lot of protests happen here when there's some kind of a political event. Got a very interesting car, and I didn't really notice it, but apparently you can write your name, you can write where you're from. As you can see, it says here Tajikistan 2019. You can write it on any language that you want. This is kind of cool. I'm still deciding what language am I gonna write my message on this car. So we found another park here just by walking around, and I cannot stress how green
this city is. Parks, and not just any park. It's modern, it's clean, there's no cars. It's not your typical Eastern European park, it's relatively new. You have benches, you have greenery. Man, I gotta be honest with you, I don't even see this. I haven't even seen. Well, in Kiev you're not gonna find something like this. Yeah, in other cities you're gonna have something a little bit bigger. Well, this is pretty incredible. How beautiful this thing is. And then you have these cool restaurants, you have these cool apartment buildings here that look a little bit like Southern Europe, kind of like Mediterranean style from what I gather. Then you have some of these other ones over there. Really gorgeous stuff here. And so check out how pleasant it is. You have a green park, you have a lot of these expensive cars, you have restaurants, outdoor seating, you have beautiful apartment buildings, condos. Everything is very modern. Maybe I've actually found a more kind of a more wealthier neighborhood here. Maybe this is not representative of Armenia as a whole, but so far I gotta be honest, I actually like it. We actually like it better than Tbilisi, Georgia, which we visited a couple of years back. It's just, at least this part of the city looks very modern. For our car to be ready, I wanted to get some kebab or some shashlik, and I found this place called Kebabistan, which has a very cool name. So we're gonna go over there and we're gonna check out if the kebab is good. I don't think it's gonna be bad anywhere here in Armenia. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Let's see. And here you have the street of Pushkin, which you're gonna find in almost every city in Eastern Europe, including Kiev, which is one of the best streets. Alright, so after some trial and error, we finally found this Kebabistan, the taste of a nation. We're gonna enter it and we're gonna see if it lives up to the promise. Alright, so our kebab has finally arrived and it looks absolutely incredible in this place called Kebabistan. And we still have some veggies that are coming, and we ordered different types. I ordered one and my woman here ordered another one, and so I'm gonna try mine out. And let's see, it looks absolutely incredible.
Просто это там с хумусом внутри еще, а у тебя просто с овощами.
It is absolutely It is absolutely incredible. Honestly, this is some serious kebab. If you're gonna be in Yerevan, check out this place called Kebabistan. Absolutely incredible. Man, I should have ordered a couple of these actually. Well, I'll definitely be back. And so we were invited to some coffee, to some nice Lebanese coffee by this friendly owner of this place. And so we have these two small cups, and he told us that the blue is for men, the red there is for women, and this is how they serve coffee in Lebanon. And so I've never been to Lebanon, I never tried Lebanese coffee. So this is gonna be a first. Always up for trying new things. There's the coffee.
It comes with different aroma.
Okay.
I will put you a little bit so you can try.
Alright.
See the smell and
Yeah, it's completely different.
different, yes.
Yeah.
Because you have to boil it long enough.
And you boil it? It's a special thing.
Yes.
A special little...
Yes, you do. There are different sizes. You put the coffee with the water. You shake until it boils.
Okay.
Till the aroma comes out.
Wow.
And you
Okay. It's similar like in Turkey?
or
You can say similar,
because
but it has different
Yeah.
taste and aroma, but the process is the same.
because I never tried Turkish.
Yes.
Wow, it's incredible. Yeah, it's nothing like normal coffee. Right? I know it. I remember.
Yes, okay.
I
Take
know
your
it.
time.
I know it. All right, thank you.
Okay.
It's shukrut.
Shukran.
Shukran.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. I remember now. Another one. This is the chicken kebab here. Trying out another flavor and absolutely amazing. Absolutely incredible. You're not gonna find something like this anywhere except in this part of the world, or maybe even in this place in Armenia. All right, so we had our kebabs here. One of the best kebabs I've ever had in my life. And now we're gonna be heading. We're gonna be going and picking up the car, our rental car, to do some exploration around this country, because I don't think it's a good idea to just stick to one place. I think it's a lot better to just do some exploring here, and so that is the idea. So we're here in one of the most important tourist attractions here in Yerevan, and before I show you the main attraction, I want to show you some of these Soviet base. We have a Katyusha here, and we have there another element there. We're gonna take a look what we have here in the distance. And so here we have another thing here. There you have. And up above me you see one of the most recognizable monuments here, and this is Mother Armenia that we have here. And we're kind of at the top of the city. We had to drive up this to the top of the hills here, and we have a Katyusha, we have some kind of a rocket or a plane there, we have a couple of tanks there, we have another plane that I'm going to show you in a second, lots of different artillery, but this is the star of the show. And look at that, we still have the Soviet emblem there at the top. You see that hammer and sickle there? Actually very similar to what you have in Kiev. In Kiev we have Rodina Mat, and this is Armenia, mother of Armenia. And over there we also have a tank. This is a T-34 tank as well, and we have another military vehicle and another tank right behind it. So I knew about this thing, but I did not know about all these tanks here. Very, very interesting. So we have, this looks like a T-34 tank, if I'm not mistaken. It should be a T-34 tank right here. And there it says, боевая машина, танк T-34 использовался в годы Великой Отечественной войны. And this is the view that you have of Yerevan from here and up. So it's very beautiful, lots of interesting things to see in the distance. It's rather windy right now. I really hope you're not hearing a lot of static on this camera, but look at this, and look at that bedrock, look at the cement blocks that was used to build this. This is what I was talking about. That multicolored rock is all over Yerevan. It's probably all over Armenia, and this is what gives this city and probably this country beautiful colors. This is really nice. And if you come up, you're gonna see there's the Russian writing here, Mair Aistan. That probably means Mother Armenia, if I had to guess, and it says on the top, Министерство обороны Республики Armenia, which means Ministry of Defense of the Republic of Armenia, Военный музей, War Museum. And on the other side, and look at this, before we go to the other side, there's the hammer and sickle up above, and take a look at this amazing door here, almost like a gate. And here we have in Armenian, Unfortunately, I cannot read that. I don't even know where to begin. I wish I knew Armenian. And here you have a piece of artillery. What do we have here? This is a pushka. 76 мм divisional gun, 76 мм калибра, пушка образца 42 года, 1942. And here you have this pushka. And there's the tank in the distance. And so in front of me, you have something that's very, very important in the Soviet Union. And you're gonna see this all over ex-Soviet Union countries. And this is the eternal flame of the unknown soldier. And you probably can't see this on camera, but it's actually burning right now. And this is in memory of the people that died during the war. And you're gonna see this in Kiev, we have this. In other major cities, we have this all over ex-Soviet Union countries. And there in the far distance, we have the famous mountain Ararat. And always growing up in the Soviet Union, everybody knows that Ararat is always associated with Armenia. But what I didn't know is that Ararat is actually in Turkey. But we have really nice views here from Yerevan of the mountain of Ararat, as you can see in the distance. Hopefully you can see this on this camera right there. And in front of me, what you have here is the memory lane, or in Russian, аллея памяти. Данная аллея создана в честь 70-й годовщины победы советского народа над фашистом. So this was created to mark the 17th anniversary of the Soviet victory over fascism. And right here, right next to us, we have a kind of a monument here, a little памятник in Russian, and it says "Я помню, я горжусь," which means I remember and I'm proud. Победа 70 лет, victory 70 years, 1945-2015. So I hope you enjoy this little tour of this very, very important monument. Right now we're going to be heading back and doing some exploration in the city in our brand new car rental.